And welcome here to the Footscray Lacrosse Club as the ball just trickles out of bounds. We are bringing you the game between New South Wales and New Zealand here on Field 1. And New South Wales are bringing the ball in, and they will pass the ball on the box side. Kruger putting pressure out there on Jessica Shaw. Shaw moves the ball, finds Patrick. Patrick looks to roll inside on the her opposition number 11 there in Imogen Hall. She will take the ball up the top centre here. So Imogen Hall from the 11-metre mark. Looks to go left, fires and fires down. Good save there from the keeper. And she is in the game early. First shot, first save. And Hardiman gets the job done. And she will give it to her teammate who passes up the field. And New Zealand through Vrenson come into offence. Vrenson finds Kruger. Kruger down the back there to Angliss. Back to Kruger. Good cut from Vrenson. Gets one just over the top of the shoulder there, which is hard to do with Izzy. Very tall, athletic player is Izzy Vrenson. And that one's going to come back here to Henry Kruger. Got a handful of goals yesterday in the second game they played as Kruger passes the ball down to Angliss. Out there to Nicole Hollins. Hollins up to Vrenson. Vrenson steps in and fires and just puts that one with the bounce pass back, but backed up well there. Kruger picks the ball up, looks to go inside, does go inside, and it just last minute, a little bit of stick on there from Lily Foo's shot, pushes that one wide past the cage. And in the cage for New South Wales is Holly Austin, who starts. Flag on the play, and Kruger will take it. And down the other end, Lizzie Hardiman. One shot, one save. That is the way you want to start a lacrosse game as a goalkeeper. On the outer side, we see SA versing the under-20 Australian men. It is at the end of the third. Oh, great shot there from Henry Kruger. Good bounce shot past the keeper in Holly Austin. And Kruger gets the first one for New Zealand. It is 1-0 here. On the outer side, as I said, SA up 11-8 after being down 3-0 to the Australian under-20s in the first. And South Australia have fought back, and they look to play some defence on that outer side again here. Ball back in the centre. So New Zealand drawing first blood here. And Ava Dorenko wins that one. Out of the centre. Dorenko looks to go straight towards the cage. Ava Dorenko steps in, gets huge pressure, and will win a shot here from the 11-metre arc. Dorenko has Hardiman inside. Dorenko fires. Tink, tink, tink off the bar. Great pickup from Hall. Hall rolls around and pops it down to the right-hand foot there of Hardiman. And Hall, perfect place there for that one off the bar from Ava Dorenko. And Imogen Hall gets on the board for New South Wales. And scores first. So 1-1 here. New Zealand up against New South Wales. As we see Shani Quintal into the centre up against Ava Dorenko. And Ball comes out the back. Ball on the deck. It's off a black stick. Still up in the air. Good work there from the MVP of yesterday, Holly Harris. Has continued on from where she left off. Looks up. Finds her teammate there, and Bridget Hill. Hill kicks the ball down to Bex Ailey's. Has Banks rolling around this right-hand side, and Banks, well, she's put that one in the piggy bank. And Annalise Banks gets her first of the game past Holly Austin and New Zealand. It is goal for goal at the moment here. And Banks gets her first of the first quarter. And New Zealand go up 2-1. Beautiful day down here at the Footscray Lacrosse Club. We hope you are enjoying the live free action on the Australian Lacrosse Network. Stay tuned. We still have a lot more action to come for the day, and it'll culminate in a big game tonight between Victoria and WA in the women. And WA, coming off a loss to South Australia, really need to win that to keep their final hopes alive. Dorenko finds Patrick. Chelsea Patrick with the ball, running down, takes it into the offensive end. Had 3 New Zealand shirts chasing her. Chelsea Patrick had a great under-18s tournament in Adelaide a couple of months ago, and now she finds herself suiting up for New South Wales. But that will come back here. And Ruby Reagan has the ball, looks to drive in. Reagan, and wins a free space call there, called by Nikki Voising. Right on the spot. So Ruby Reagan from the 11-metre mark, directly in front. Has Hardiman in front of her. Reagan fires a little bounce shot, just pulls that one left and bounces up and past the right-hand post. But back up, head down the back there. Thompson, Olivia Thompson for New South Wales, finds Chelsea Patrick. Patrick steps inside. Chelsea Patrick, she does find a hole, and Chelsea Patrick gets her first of the first quarter, first of the game, and evens it back up. So Patrick and Hall both played for Victoria in the under-18s tournament that it's just gone by. There's a few under-18 Victorian women in this New South Wales side, and good to see them playing in the women's national championships as Ava Dorenko gets set in there. So set a draw, about to come up. Clark and Rush, but that one will go the way of New South Wales and Ava Dorenko. Oh, gets a little bit of love there from her New Zealand opponent in Bridget Hill. And we are just wiping herself off there. Ava, tough customer, MVP yesterday, Ava Dorenko. And just doesn't see her opponent coming up from behind her, but kicks it over to Chelsea Patrick. Patrick looks to go through one, doesn't, draws a crowd, so there's got to be an option here. There's an open player now picked up down the bottom. Ruby Reagan runs at ball on her left hand, looks to roll back around, just fires that one a bit high. Ball to be won. Is one on the ground there. And that is Nicole Hollins, but gets pressure, puts it out of bounds. And Ruby Reagan just stretching out the flags down there to retrieve the ball as it goes out of bounds. And Reagan brings the ball back. Oh, nice little sidestep there from Reagan. Good cut in there and puts it away there. Amelia Smith gets her first, and a stick check happening here. These are just random stick checks by the officials to make sure that all is good. That is good. And Amelia Smith gets a goal for New South Wales. And Amelia Smith puts New South Wales in the lead at 3-all. Out of field, it's 11-9 over on the field 2 with South Australia in offence as a shot just flies over the top. And very picturesque ground, Footscray Lacrosse Club. You can see in the background the city of Melbourne. And you can see in the foreground here, tink, tink, tink off the bar. Oh, there's an assist with a goal to yourself. And Nicole Hollins with that one, rattled the bar, did Nicole Hollins. A bit of tink, tink, tink action and gets the rebound straight back into her stick. The keeper had stepped across and just had to put it in the back of the net, did that. And she replies to that quick reply for that last New South Wales goals. And Hollins with her first for New Zealand. And just pointing out that there are 2 black and white magpies on the field, and they are just asking for a numbers count here, as they reckon they come from New Zealand, these birds, but not to be. Shani Quintal uses her pace. Ball down here to Kruger. Kruger gives the ball down through X. Mignon, good work there from the keeper. Holly Austin nearly getting it out. Just can kick the ball forward these days in women's lacrosse, so not really using it to the advantage at the moment, this kick ball. But picked up there by Katie Hollins. Katie Hollins kicks it to Unri Kruger. She is hard to stop when she gets in on the goal. And just where she left off yesterday with a handful, starts to add more to her hole. And Unri Kruger gets her second of the first quarter and brings New Zealand out to a lead again. So the 5th lead change already in this first quarter. And Ruby Reagan will line up against Shani Quintal in the centre. So Ruby Reagan takes the ball to herself, has a player forward, can promote the ball, does promote the ball. Good pick up there from Alicia Deans. But getting some pressure as Reagan now picks it up. Reagan looking to work against Piper Russell. Reagan looking to go right. Finds Deans, Alicia Deans. Kicks the ball up there to Lockyer Ayu. And Patrick, just some interference there as the time has run out there for the first quarter. 12-minute quarters here in this contest. And that will make them go fairly quickly as the sun just comes out behind the clouds and starts to bathe this beautiful surface here at the Footscray Lacrosse Club. And we're always glad to be able to bring you live and free lacrosse action on the Australian Lacrosse Network with the team we have here. I think we've got Scotty Gills climbed a scaffold to get up on the camera, so one of the best in the business that makes it happen. Blake Billsborough shaking his head behind me in production, just going, well, I mean, Tony, sometimes you don't talk truths. But Scotty up on the camera, and he's a man of the people, is Scotty Gill. And Blake Billsborough doing the production here. You've got me, Tony Watts, on the commentary here today. Tonight, I think we actually have as our broadcast sponsor is the Sue Stefanos Foundation for the game between Victoria and WA. Well, we're going to have the one and only Miss Hayley Stefanos coming in to commentate with me. That's always fun to have Hales in the commentary box with me. And for many years, I have worked with Hales over time to time. But right now at quarter time here, it's 4-3 the way of New Zealand. And goal scorers for that quarter, we had Anne-Marie Kruger with 2, Cole Hollins with 1, and Annalise Banks had 1. And then for New South Wales, we had Imogen Hall, Chelsea Patrick, and not to be outdone, Amelia Smith got 1 as well. So they are the goal scorers for New South Wales. It is 4-3 here. Quarter time break is over. And ball to come back into the centre. As looking to take the centre here is Ruby Reagan. Up against Georgia Clark can rush. Good contest behind them. Ava Dorenko, sorry, Ava Gardner. She was a great actress. Ava Dorenko up against Nicole Hollins. That's a good matchup out there. And ball up and over, and New Zealand will win it their way through Georgia Clark and rush. And isn't she, in her namesake, in a rush to get down to the offensive end and put some pressure on this New South Wales defence, as Izzy Vrenson just gets a pass just to her right, able to pick it up and run it back in. Looks to just create something there. Kicks it to Lily Fu. Fu over to Banks. Banks down the back to Ailey's. Oh, great pick up there from Fu. Just bobbled around in front of her when the ball didn't picked it up, and in one swift move puts it up top shelf there, Lily Fu. And on the board for New Zealand, and they eke out to a 2-goal lead early in the second. So, ball. Back in the centre draw. Ava Dorenko up against Clark and Rush. And setting the centre draw. It's almost a perfect day for lacrosse at the moment here. If you are around the Footscray area or even in Melbourne, do yourself a favour. Get yourself in the car, get down here, come and watch live free lacrosse. But if you are not in Melbourne, well, turn on the Australian Lacrosse Network, because we are your #1 for live free lacrosse in Australia, as New Zealand now on a break. Lily Fu just scored the last goal. Looks up the top, finds Ailey's. So Bex just passes it down here to Vrenson. Vrenson looking to create some space. Vrenson looks to go inside, now rolls up. Vrenson fires. That one's gone wide. And just holding her ponytail there. But Izzy Vrenson resets back up the top. Ailey's looks to come around on the left. Not there. Kicks into Clark and Rush. Clark and Rush rolls back around. Nice inside there. And good pace there from Hollins. Hollins looks to step in. Not there. Ailey's great cut again from Fu. Fu is just getting the ball on a platter at the moment. Last 2 goals there from Lily Fu. And New Zealand really cutting up that New South Wales defence. And we are going to have a talk about this from the New South Wales coach. There in Elisha Hodges and Ali McVeigh, co-coaches for New Zealand, for New South Wales. And just not happy with that last little bit of defence played there. It's 6-3 the scoreline. And on the outer side, we see SA running out winners 12-10 against the Australian under 20 side. So tight contest as the South Australian women warm up again. They played this New South Wales side early this morning over there and had a 20-1 win against them. They'll be suiting up against Queensland women's team. And they're looking to keep their unbeaten record alive as they are 2-0 at the moment, South Australia, in the women. And we are out of the timeout huddles. So ball will come back into the centre. 6-3 the scoreline here, the way of New Zealand. Lily Fu, well, she's been the catalyst early in this second quarter. Both goals on the board for Lily Fu. Both great cutting goals, but fed really well. Great to see assisted goals in our game. And Dorenko up against Quintal. So Dorenko, Quintal. Ball comes up, goes the way of Dorenko. Dorenko looks to win the ball. Picked up there by Harris. Holly Harris gets on her motor, looks to step inside, gets shut down there. And good defense, but now rolls around. Harris fires, and Harris puts that one away. And Holly Harris just where she left off yesterday with that MVP for performance in the late game for New Zealand. Holly Harris gets her first of the game and the third for New Zealand. And New Zealand just starting to put a bit of a break. They're just not winning the ball out of the centre draw here at the moment. Just can't get anything through that, effectively the motor area. So New South Wales, Dorenko looks up. Ball falls the way of Deans. Deans decides that she's going there. Good chase from Brenson. And Brenson just putting a little bit of pressure there on Alicia Deans. Deans to Dorenko. Dorenko to Hall. Hall gets pressure by Harper Smith. Hall steps in and fires, and Imogen Hall says thank you very much and drops the hands. Puts that ball low. Bit of a screen there for the shot. But Imogen Hall gets one and a well-needed goal for New South Wales. That's the first of the second term for her. The second goal for Hall for the game. And we are at 7-4. So win the centre draw and get offensive opportunities. That effectively is the women's game in a nutshell. If you can control this centre draw, you will probably control most games. That's going to be a legal procedure there on Siobhan Quintal. And the ball will come back to Dorenko. Dorenko gets the pressure of all the New Zealand shirts. Good pass down there, finds Hall. Hall with that pass from Eloise Griffin. And ball down the back here through Olivia Thompson. So Olivia Thompson looking to open up this right-hand side. Olivia Thompson looks to roll back. Needs an outlet now. Looking for her. Alicia Deans keeps running. Ball down the back. Finds Amelia Smith. Smith looks up. Just puts under immense pressure there, Patrick. But picked up by Deans. Deans looks down. Oh, good take almost there. That pass was very high and wide. And ball comes out. Siobhan Quintal. She does have the ball. A motor race down the outer side here. Ball just past the two sticks of the two players, and that's come off a black stick. And out of bounds it goes, unfortunately, Sienna Miyun. And the ball will come back through Grace Wright. Grace Wright puts her foot on the motors. Looks to Holly Austin. Holly Austin passes the ball over there to Eloise Griffin. Griffin just working in front of the commentary box here. Griffin, good check, but just got a little touch of the feet there as Kruger just makes her way behind. Nothing untoward there, just a tangle of feet. And Griffin will move the ball on. Patrick, as Kruger chases her down as well there. Imogen Hall with the ball, already 2 for the game. Looks up, finds Ava to Renko, to Hall. Hall fires and just goes wide on that left-hand post. But good backup there from Amelia Smith. And Smith to bring the ball in for New South Wales. Looks to go at pace, looks to roll inside, puts the ball in her left hand, looks up, finds Chelsea Patrick. Patrick up the top to Reagan. Reagan looking to work against her opponent. Reagan steps past 1, steps past 2, flag on the play. And that was on Siobhan Quintal. And the player here in Ruby Reagan will take an opportunity to let this ball go. Looks inside to Chelsea Patrick, and good look inside there from Reagan. Just finds Patrick, but Patrick couldn't find the back of the net. And ball goes out of bounds. New South Wales through the first on, keep the ball to Dorenko. Ava gets pressured there from Piper Russell. Ava looking to go left and right, looks to step inside. Ava Dorenko just tries to go straight through and call for a barge. And New Zealand will take the ball here. So Katie Hollins with the ball, just being asked to be reset. And Katie Hollins will bring the ball out through for New Zealand. She has a player up the top, but decides to just run straight past the riding player and fires the ball over to Kruger. Kruger down the bottom to Ailes. Bex picks the ball up now, gets the ball in her stick and outruns her opponent. Bex Ailes looks to roll inside, loses the ball. Ball to be won on the deck. Holly Austin picks that ball up and then takes the ball out. Looking for an option now. Finds that option on the outer side there. Hutchinson with the ball. Kicks it back to Holly Austin. Oh, Imogen Hall just opened up on this box side. Holly Austin looking the other side, and Hall works away again. So Hall, oh, it could be a pick-off there. Nearly a big contest in the scheme of the game. Vrenson trying to pick that one off, but Imogen Hall looks to do some work. Oh, knocked down from New Zealand. Ball to be won. As it is won there from Griffin. Griffin knocked down. Bex Ailes up, down in the stick there of Hall. Hall looking for someone. Finds someone there in Ruby Reagan. Ruby Reagan looks forward. Nothing there. She'll look to run this over as Russell just gets one right across the midriff there of Reagan. And Reagan will move the ball forward. Looks inside cut. Not a great pass. And that'll be picked off there from New Zealand. Nicole Hollins will run the ball on the outer side. The 211s working against each other. Finds Piper Russell. Russell looks inside. Nothing there. Now still opens up there does Katie Hollins. But gets picked up. And ball down the back and in the middle. Great feed inside. And Holly Harris gets her second of the game. Just found herself by herself in the crease. And Harris gets her second of the game. And back-to-back goals for Harris. So it is an 8-4 ball game here. With about under a minute to go in the second term. And again, New Zealand, while New South Wales started to get a little bit of offence then, New Zealand double the scoreline. So 8-4 is the score. Ball picked up by Hollins. No, comes out the back. Good work there from Frentzen. Frentzen under massive pressure. Just gets a little tap and hits the ground quite hard there, does Izzy Frentzen. Gets up, wipes it off, just has a bit of a check of all body parts to make sure that they're all right. Tough customer, and there's another ball on the field here. Boys shooting some goals out the back, up and over the cage it goes. And ball will start at the top here with Georgia Clark and Rush. Clark and Rush picked up by Reagan. Clark and Rush allowed to go past. Tink, tink, tink off the bar. And ball is up and out the outer side. Good pick up there. Comes back to Austin. Austin, there's two players. There's another one opening up in the middle. Looked at the outlet. That's probably not the one that she was looking for. But limited time in the clock there. No damage done. And it is an 8-4 ball game at half-time. New Zealand leading New South Wales as Holly Austin just tried to launch the ball. And out of bounds it went. Two teams will head to the half for this half-time break. I'll go through the goal scorers and then we might hear a word from our broadcast sponsor. So New South Wales goal scorers, well, Imogen Hall leads the way. Chelsea Patrick with one and Smith with one. And for New Zealand, Kruger's got a couple, Harris has got a couple, Foo's got a couple, and then Banks and Hollands have one each. So it was nearly 2 by 2 by 2, but not to be. And 8-4 is the scoreline. And as I take a quick break, let's hear from the broadcast sponsor in Susafanos Foundation.
Really looking forward to today's session. Let's make sure we're focused, bring you intensity and lots of communication. Vital today. So let's have a great session. Short and sharp. Here we go. Okay, girls, just going to do the monkey in the middle, one at each end, two in the middle, catch, take, quick release, other way. The culture side is the part that I love. Leadership, player well-being. What do we need? How do we get it? Areas that we think we can add to. Okay, Aussies on three. 1, 2, 3, Aussies!
as the centre draw gets set here for the third quarter between New Zealand and New South Wales. It is an 8-4 game the way of New Zealand, and they win the first centre draw through Alice Wheatley-Wilson. No, that is Katie Hollands, sorry. As Katie Hollands, it's a check over to Quintal, down to Kruger. Kruger out the back. Finds Banks. Banks looking to run that left-hand side. Just goes to throw the fake, and a crease infringement here. So a turnover here for New Zealand, stepping in the crease. And the goalkeeper has been changed for New South Wales. Face Meckley in the cage as Deans just hangs the stick out. And running through a sea of blue there was Katie Hollands. As Kruger to Quintal. Quintal over there to Minung. Flag on the play. Harris has the ball. And we've got a 3-second call here, have we? So I think Annalise Banks will take this one. So Banks with the camera right behind her. Banks fires. Good save there from the keeper. Just down low. Releases Ruby Reagan. And Reagan, she's off to the races. Quintal, she's not letting her get too far in front. Hangs the stick out. Quintal just deemed to be illegal there. And a goalkeeper change too for New Zealand. We've got Kira Lloyd in the cage for New Zealand. So ball back up the top. New South Wales looking to attack through Griffin. Griffin gets offside here from New South Wales. So there's two unforced errors by respective teams, and offside, and good knockdown though from Dean. So an opportunity, she can push it forward to Hall. Hall one-on-one with the keeper against Lloyd. Hall, oh, just pushes that one past, and worse than that, that is going to go out of bounds, and New Zealand will get the backup there. Hall just looking for that left-hand pipe. Just couldn't quite find it as the outlet comes here. There from Lloyd to Clark and Rush. Clark and Rush inside. Fu, she's been good. Another big save there from the New South Wales keeper. Outlet comes up, finds Deans. Deans under immediate pressure from two New Zealand players, turns inside, but only finds Kruger. Deans gets a push, and Deans wins the ball on this box side. Looks up, sees a wall of black jerseys, and decides to go over the top of those and finds Thompson. Thompson with the ball to Chelsea Patrick. Chelsea Patrick has Grace Wright running past her, now setting a pick. Wright rolls inside Patrick, but push there. Chelsea Patrick now to Wright. She can give it back to Patrick here, but good crash there from the defender Piper Russell for New Zealand. And a good pick there set by the number 8 Thompson of New South Wales. And balls just finding their way onto the field here, as there's a few guys shooting on the cage behind the women's game, and they've been asked to move down the other end, which they're going to do gratefully. So that'll stop any other balls coming onto the field. Otherwise, the officials might start putting them in their bag and taking them home. Free balls. Back with the play here. Chelsea Patrick up against Lloyd. Patrick steps in, and Chelsea Patrick finds a little hole near the right-hand foot there of Kira Lloyd And Chelsea Patrick starts the scoring in the second half. And just brings that back to an 8-5 game. So Patrick with her second of the game. And the first goal on the board in the third term. So 8-5 is the score. About just under 7 minutes to go in the third term. Ball, Dorenko, great win out of the centre. Dorenko, just a little bit of swim. Just plenty of pressure being added to it by Clark and Rush. Over to Reagan. Reagan looks to drive. Fu becomes the defender. Pushes her down the back. Picked up there from Thompson. Thompson looks to roll back around. Ball back up. Finds Chelsea Patrick, goes to her left hand, now her right hand, looks to run inside. Good switch there from New Zealand. Push on the play, and that is going to be another free opportunity from the 11-metre mark for the last goal scorer in Chelsea Patrick. Already has 2. Looking to put another one on the board. So Patrick comes off the mark, steps inside. Oh, doesn't see the player coming from behind. And where's another cross-check there, but that's outside of the area. And Patrick didn't see her opponent stepping up from behind. Dorenko. Ball there to right. Back to Dorenko. Dorenko sets to drive against her player. Goes left, goes right, little inside, and is there a good night? No. Ball goes out of bounds, and that's going to be backed up there from Clark and Rush. Good opportunity for New South Wales, but Clark and Rush gets the back up, and now look at the speed of Clark and Rush. She's put about 6 metres on her opponent as she runs to the bench. And Kira Lloyd looking for an outlet here. Good work off the ball, Piper Russell. Also here, Holly Harris. So Lloyd with the ball. Good break there from Bridget Hill. Hill presenting to the keeper. Now off. So we've got an off. So an offside call there, I believe, on New Zealand. Anyway, New Zealand have the ball in the back corner. That is Caballero. Oh, just runs through there. Does Natasha Rooney. And Rooney looks to push the ball forward. Kicks it there to Patrick. Patrick to Reagan. Reagan looks to come inside. Good pick there from Patrick. Reagan. Back to Chelsea Patrick. Chelsea Patrick looking to go in and under. Now decides to go top side. Good pressure there. That's right on the back. That's going to be another push, and might have just gone a little high there too. Yeah, with that check there, Megan Mitchell. And ball comes over to Reagan. Reagan steps inside, a flag on the play again. And Ruby Reagan will take the ball between the 11 and 15 metre arcs. Or fans. Reagan over to Chelsea Patrick. Dorenko cuts through the middle. Good nearly pick off there from Piper Russell, but manages to pick it up and just gets a little bit of contact there high as just wears a little errant stick there, does Piper Russell, and heads to the bench to be just assessed a little bit high. And ball will stay with Amelia Smith. So Smith looks to fire down and just passes that ball there to the keeper. Ball to Harris. Harris Not able to pick it up, now does. And Harris uses those motors, looks down. Great take there from Nicole Hollins. Hollins steps inside. Tink, tink, tink off the bar it goes. And she gets her own backup. So Nicole Hollins, and looks to go again. Hollins up to Vrensen. Vrensen. Guarded there by Smith. Vrensen down the right-hand side. And Vrensen will line up from the 11-metre arc. Izzy Vrensen, goal scorer with this New Zealand side. So Vrensen looks to get off the mark, steps inside. Vrensen fires and pops it to the right-hand side. And New Zealand get another one. That is Vrensen's first goal of the day. And that is the first goal for New Zealand this quarter. It is a 1-1 quarter, which wipes out and back to that halftime deficit. And back out to a 9-5 game with a minute 20 to go on the clock in the third term here. Ball back in the centre. Centre draw, getting set. Durenko up against Holly Harris. So some good height in this centre draw. Holly Harris, Ava Durenko. Get reset. Ball comes out the way of New South Wales. Deans picks the ball up, goes to her left, and Alicia Deans. So they've had plenty of offense here, have New South Wales. Limited time on the clock, looking to move the ball on. And running around the outer side, there's Imogen Hall. Imogen Hall fires and pops it top shelf. And New South Wales through Hall. That's her third goal of the game. And New South Wales winning this quarter. Back out to a 9-6 game. So still opportunities here for New South Wales. Clock is on the field. Is there enough time for either of these teams to have one more shot on the cage? Need a clean win out of the centre draw. Ball comes out. Harris has that opportunity. Just holds the ball, looks to promote it, and that's going to just about run out time here. Ball back up the top as the clock comes on the field. Whistle blows, and that is three-quarter time here at the Footscray Lacrosse Club in this round game of the Women's Nationals between New Zealand and New South Wales. 9-6 is the scoreline. And goal scorers that quarter, well, for New South Wales, they won the quarter with a 2-1 on the scoreboard. Patrick got one and Hall got one. A couple of those young under-18 stars from the Victorian under-18 team. And under-20 New Zealand team member in Hong Kong, Izzy Vrensen, gets on the board for New Zealand. She gets her first. And the only goal scorer for the third term for New Zealand. 9-6 is the game, and we've got a conversation here between the officials and the captains. So just someone has obviously asked a question of the officials, and as we are accustomed to, both teams must be represented when this is occurring. So the captains there for both respective sides. Just hearing what the conversation is there. So it looks like Lily Fu having a conversation, and the question has come, I believe, from the New Zealand bench there, as the two captains for New South Wales head back, Natasha Rooney and Faith Meckley. And not sure what that conversation was about, but they all look like they got what they needed. And what we're going to have is what we need, and that's fourth quarter action here between New Zealand and New South Wales. It is 9-6 at three-quarter time. Do New South Wales have what it takes to get on even terms with this New Zealand outfit? Or are New Zealand going to put the foot to the metal and really try and put a scoring gap in this contest? Imogen Hall up against Quintal. So Shining Quintal for New Zealand. Imogen Hall for New South Wales. Flicks the ball out. Reagan with the contest. And might have just stepped over there. So New Zealand will take the ball as a no possession had. And New South Wales have stepped over the line. So Georgia Clark and Rush always has some motors in those feet of hers. She is very quick across the ground. And ball comes down to Banks. Banks looks to come around the right-hand bottom corner. Looks up, finds Clark and Rush. Comes over there to Katie Hollins. Katie Hollins looks to go straight down the middle. Ball fired. Great pickup from Ava Dorenko. Little one-handed pickup, and she is on the march. And loses. Oh, big cross-check there. And I think you might see a card come out here. Grace Wright will sit down for a 2-minute thought about that one. That was a big cross-check. As Wright just finds her way to the bench. And New Zealand now will be in a power play situation for the next 2 minutes. So they'll be 6-on-5 in their offensive end. Quintal with the ball. Has Ailey's down the back. Ailey's over there to Minyung. Minyung to Banks. Banks rolling up the top inside to Harris. Harris back to Banks. Banks looks inside. Finds Katie Hollins. And Katie Hollins wears a check across the waist and a push. So Katie Hollins, top of the fan, 11 metres. Hollins steps inside. Good defence there from New South Wales. Ball needs to be won. Good kick out. You can do that in women's lacrosse now. Kick the ball. Fires over. Just couldn't quite get the handle of the ball there. Banks, good save. Ball picked up again there. Looks inside to Harris. Harris, another big save there from the keeper. Two big body saves. Looks inside. Ball passed a little too high. And ball will come out here through the stick of Natasha Rooney. But dispossessed and loses her stick. New Zealand turn it over. New Zealand looking to settle. Good cut through the centre there at pace. But just tried to force the ball. Harris looks inside. Great pass inside. And in the crease, no goal. And the keeper will take this ball. So Faith Meckley with the ball. And she steps out, or needs to step out, only 5 seconds in the key. Looks up, ball is about to be turned over. Picked up there by Hollins. Hollins passes the ball down and finds Nicole Hollins on the bottom corner. Good turnover from New Zealand. Nicole Hollins getting the first of the fourth quarter, and it is the way of New Zealand. That is her second goal for the game. And a good defensive ride there for New Zealand. Saw the ball turn over. And 10-6 is the score. as New Zealand start the scoring in the first few minutes of the fourth term. So 10-6 is the score. On the outer side, we've got SA against Queensland. It is in the second term, 2:48 to go, and SA are up 6-2 over Queensland. And New South Wales with a ball out of the centre from Imogen Hall. Imogen Hall just trying to do a workaround. Straight into the sunshine there. Saw Ava Durenko not able to take it. Little flip up there to Reagan. Reagan looks to drive right now. Looks to get down this right-hand pipe. Looks back inside. Good switch to the left hand. Good crash and flag on the play. Might be a 3-second call there. And Ruby Reagan will take the ball top centre on the 11-metre arc. And Reagan gets in quickly. Reagan looks to step, pops it down to the bottom corner. And Ruby Reagan, well, that's her first of the game for New South Wales. And she is on the scoreboard. So 10-7 scoreline here. New South Wales looking to get back into this game. Last time there was a break in the centre draw. Imogen Hall still in there, up against Quintal. Hall, Quintal. The two 11s against each other there in Hollins and Chelsea Patrick. And on the other side there we have Russell up against Ava Durenko. Ball out in the centre. That has not come out cleanly. So we'll have a re-centre draw here. About 6.5 to go in the fourth term. Chelsea Patrick just rolls the ball back here. And the centre draw will be reset. So can New South Wales get another one and just put a bit of mental pressure on this New Zealand outfit? Centre draw really important. Quintal up against Hall. Quintal, Hall. Ball comes out the back. Quintal, good check there from Hall. Just runs over the ball, but that works out her way as Lily Fu gives a big tap on the hand of Chelsea Patrick there. Ball to Reagan. Reagan has the ball over here to Griffin. Griffin back to Reagan. Reagan with the last score of the game for New South Wales. Oh, just gets hooked up there. We're going to have a card here, and that is going to the number 11, Nicole Hollins. And we'll find Ruby Reagan. She will say someone will have to come out the back, do they? I would have thought that a player might have had to be set out the back there with that card. So Patrick, but here's an opportunity for New South Wales. So they'll be in a power play situation. Oh, good trail check there from Lily Fu. She's been good today, Fu. And she runs the ball up through the centre, chased by blue jerseys. Fu looks to take the ball down through X. Gets there now as Banks just drops the ball. So they're going to be one player down. New South Wales need to double the ball here and put pressure if they're to get back into this game. So someone's going to have to send the chase here. So someone needs to push out and up onto the players. And you can almost lock off your players around the outer side here and send that extra player. But at the moment, giving New Zealand far too much space in this man-down situation. And the coach is screaming for players to just be locked off here. And New Zealand, well, they're just taking some time out of the penalty. Just allowing that next pass as Harris, she uses her pace. Ball now up and above the restraining line. Nearly a trip over, but far too much space here for the New Zealand team, especially with a player in the box. And you can hear the New South Wales team screaming, get out on your players. And they're just allowing free players. They're going to get in and score here in New Zealand, and they do through Holly Harris. I'm sure they'll have a chat about that, New South Wales, after the game, but you're a player up in the defensive end and not locking off the adjacent players, allowing New Zealand just to pass the ball around, and all of a sudden it opens up, and Harris, she'll get her third of the game, and off the back of an MVP for performance yesterday, gets one against the grain. 11-7 is the score. 2 minutes 50 to go in the fourth term here. And Holly Harris up against Imogen Hall. And that one is a New South Wales ball from the centre draw. And Imogen Hall. All players bar the goalie ahead of her. Alicia Deans gets a good check there. Ball on the ground. Ball to be won. Reagan in there fighting for it. Reagan still fighting for it. Looking to kick it to space there as the ball is about to be picked up. Almost. Ball still on the ground. And ball will go the way of Ruby Reagan. She will take it on the 11-metre mark. So Reagan, you've seen her already from this mark and looks to go again. So Ruby Reagan steps in and fires. Great shot there, bounces up and over the cage, but good option there from Ruby Reagan. Into red time now, under 2 minutes. Ball with Smith. Down the bottom corner. Ball dispossessed nearly. Olivia Thompson looks inside, doesn't quite find Hall. Ball on the ground, good pick up there. Just a little hold there. Good to keep her balance, does Piper Russell. And Piper Russell will have to bring the ball out, nearly tripping over her own feet there. She's having a bit of a giggle about the fact that she can't stand up on her own 2 feet. So we'll take it out now. Piper Russell gets a little tap on the but she's got her feet back, Piper Russell, and passes the ball over. So ball with Amelia Smith. Turned over into the middle. Ball is on the ground. Picked up by New South Wales. Good pick up there. And really good effort on the outer side. So Jessica Cross has done a fantastic job out there, and that is going to be a card here. No, just resetting the Zizzy Vrenson. I thought she might have drawn the ire there of the official. But Vrenson just very apologetically stepping back, and Reagan will have another opportunity here. About a minute to go in the fourth term. New Zealand versus New South Wales. 11-7 is the scoreline. Reagan looking to look in. Oh, just doesn't quite find the pass there to Smith. And the ball will trickle out of bounds down on the back corner. And New Zealand, well, they will try and clear the ball here. Hall is going to have a card here as she will find her way to the bench. So she will not see the field again as there is only 1 minute to go and a 2-minute penalty being assessed there on Imogen Hall. New Zealand with the ball down in the back corner. 1 minute to go. Finds the keeper there in Lloyd. Lloyd looks up, finds Vrensen. Vrensen looks to take this one up and over the halfway line. Does, and Harris again. Oh, Harris with the scraps. Good save there from the keeper, but Harris wins her own ball. Good job there from Holly Harris. Gets pressured now. Harris looks inside, limited time, kicks it to Fu. Fu, can she top one off here? Good save from the keeper again. Ball flicked out. Opportunity here. Vrensen, under 30 seconds. Fu pops it into her left hand. And Lily Fu gets her third of the game. And she has had a very good game for New Zealand today. And she puts a score out beyond the ability for New South Wales to come back with the limited time on. The clock is in the hands of the official. Under 20 seconds to go. So maybe just time for one centre draw. As clock is on. Reagan, ball to be won, is won. Shani Quintal, do they have another one in them, New Zealand? Quintal looks to fire across, doesn't quite take. Clock still on the field. Vrensen, they're going to have to hurry here. Oh, Kruger steps in. Kruger on the... I thought that was the buzzer. There's a card coming here. Kruger, where's a dangerous shot, is it? So Kruger assessed with a dangerous shot. But 2 seconds left in the game. Outlet opens up. So looking for the big bomb. Shaw, she made space, but Shaw unable to be given it. And just going to have to go the Hail Mary here if there's any opportunity. New Zealand, they've got other options. Ball is on the ground, picked up, and that will end the game. New Zealand running out winners here, 12-7 in a really good contest as both teams get up and around their respective players. And the girls come together to congratulate their teammates. And then we'll see the MVPs announced here for this game. As it just cools slightly at the Footscray Lacrosse Club. You wouldn't know it. Blake's Billsborough still in shorts at the moment. He's a man of eternal mystery. But just braving it at the moment. And the two teams shaking hands. And New Zealand running out 12-7 winners. We'll go through some goal scorers. So New South Wales, there's goal scorers. Their main goal scorer today, Imogen Hall, had 3 goals. Chelsea Patrick with 2, Smith with 1, and Ruby Reagan had 1. That was their 7. And for New Zealand, we had Kruger with 2, Hollins with 2. We had Banks with 1, Lily Fu with 3, Vrensen with 1, and Holly Harris also had 3, and Nicole Hollins with 2. So MVP's about to be announced. For me, Lily Fu for New Zealand was outstanding. And on the New South Wales side, well, they had some good players standing up. I thought Ruby Reagan was very good today and probably looks to get that, although didn't mind Imogen Hall's game. She gets 3 goals and puts into the centre to try and stem that centre break there from Ava Durenko, as we see there. And I'm just trying to pick up who the MVP there is. Oh, that is Lily Fu, so right on the mark, the commentator. with that one for New Zealand. Let's see if we can get 2 from 2 here. And I'm on Ruby Reagan, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Imogen Hall get it. And that is Grace Wright for New South Wales. So, well, I did see Grace Wright. She gave a big cross-check near the box side and wore a 2-minute penalty. So, but there's a few players around here going, yep, that's the way we play lacrosse, mainly box lacrosse players, as I see the great man standing next to me here in Dan Mental play. So, as the MVPs are announced, on the other ground there, we see South Australia into the third term. 8 minutes 41 to go. They're leading Queensland 10-2 on the outer side to Scotty Gill. He was up on the camera earlier. There is nothing that Scott Gill doesn't do, just quietly. Christian Leray up on the camera back again, as normalcy has been returned to the scaffold. Blake Billsborough on the production, and as the two teams just wrap up proceedings here, I'm going to wrap things up. Stay tuned on the Australian Lacrosse Network. There is more action coming your way as we have 2 more games to go for the day. Men's game up next, so stay tuned for that. On behalf of myself, Tony Watson, the Australian Lacrosse Network, until the sticks are swinging, we'll see you soon.